Hello my Lillians, and welcome back to another Fast video here on my channel, where we are of course going to be talking about the books that I read in March and April. No, March and February. Don't judge me, please. Okay, so we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books that I read in February, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish books, I want to say. Yeah. 10 books, I want to say, in March. March is technically not over yet. We are on the 28th, and so I still have a few days left of reading, so we're going to add those books in, as I'm expected to be finished with them. So we're going to start with February, obviously, first. In the beginning of February, I finished Becoming by Michelle Obama. This is her memoir. It's actually supposedly the best-selling memoir of all time. I gave it a non-dropping, it's not surprising, 5 out of 5 stars. It's extremely relatable to everybody, and I just highly recommend this story. If you have not heard this story, you have not have any idea what this is about, it's simply just her life, and her life becoming the person that she is in her life, like, after. It's beautiful. Very, very much enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it if you've never read it. I listened to it as an audiobook. She reads it to you, and honestly, hearing her voice at 2.5 speed is kind of nerve-wrackingly hard, but it's still very good. The next book that I read was Perfect 10 by Philip L. Really? That's it? That's all we get? Supposedly that's all we get. Yep, L. Phillips. And this is about a kid named Sam who is trying to find his perfect soulmate. He is, of course, gay, and there's only like one other gay guy out in school, and the usual typical stuff. It is written by a female. This is one of the things that did take me off of the book. And also the book was very childish. It has a childish cover, and so like I didn't really expect much from it. But it's all about him finding his perfect 10, which is just like wrong in the sense of way of a perfect 10. But it was not good. It's not rated very high either, I won't lie, on Goodreads, but I don't really recommend it. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It was not horrible, but it was definitely underwhelming. I definitely, as you guys can tell by the cover, I picked it up because of a unicorn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, us unicorns, we stick together, and like, it just disappointed us altogether. Also in the beginning of February, I read Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I picked this up at the very end of January, and I finished it in February. This is, of course, a reread for me. I love Fangirl so much. Not a lot of you guys do, though. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. If you guys want to take it up with me in the comments, I beg of you, please do. We can have full conversations about it, if that's what you prefer. Moving on, we also read Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is actually sitting up there, so I could have grabbed it instead of putting it on the screen. But we're putting everything on the screen today, so like, it's fine, it's fine. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is the 5th book in the Harry Potter series. I am slowly making my way through these. I've never read them before. The movies are okay to me, and it's just not a favorite series, and now it has like a horrible, horrible memory with it. So we'll see if I do end up finishing it or not. This one particularly was my favorite out of the series, though. I really, really enjoyed. I listened to these on audiobook, by the way. I really, really enjoyed this one. I think this is the best one that I've read so far. So good for J.K. Rowling for getting better with her writing as the years do progress. This was a 5 out of 5 star read. I don't know if I'm going to continue on with book 6 and 7. Are those your guys' favorite books? I know a lot of you guys love Harry Potter. I do have some unpopular opinions. I could make a video on that, but they could change. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, either way, of course, it's there. The next one I'm talking about is Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 2, which is a which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. This is a much very bigger one. I'm not going to really tell you what this is about. I realize I'm not really telling you what any of these are about. I'm very sorry about that. I'm horrible at that. It's true. Watch any of my wrap-ups. Any of my yeah, I try, but I forget. I'm going to link it either up there or down there, somewhere. I'm going to try to link it. There's a review about it on my channel if you do want to know my opinions. This is issue number 2. If you're one of those people waiting and reading the whole thing, the whole volume when it comes out in May, then skip it and read my opinions when you get there. Next book that I read, the first book that I read in March was Saga Volume, that's a lie, hold on. The first book that I read in March was The Slee's Kind of Poison by Katie Weismer. Now, of course, I did have a novel of this. My sister took it to school. This is one of my favorite books of all time, written by one of my favorite people of all time, and I gave this out 5 out of 5 stars, simply about a recovery of an abusive relationship in bursts, and it's beautiful and makes me cry every time. And this is like my 5th time reading it, and honestly, it just keeps getting better and better every time I pick it up. So, yeah, highly recommend if you don't, and support her. The next book that I read was Endurance by Jack Kilber, which I also started in the beginning of March, it seems like, but it took me all of March to read. I thought it took so much longer. I think I read it in, like, bits and pieces. I don't know. Either way, I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was okay. This is about a group of girls who go to this, like, triathlon in Wisconsin, and end up sitting in the Rushmore Inn, which actually abuses them and uses them for several horrible reasons, and it's about their survival. The last supposed book that I read in March, because like I said, March is not over yet, is First Love by James Patterson. This is about Axie and Robinson going on a romantic adventure, and that's all I can really tell you. I highly recommend this book. It's a 5 out of 5 star read to me. I think this is one of the best romances I've read in a very long time. This is my 2nd time reading through it. I read through it when it first came out in like 2015. Is that the original? 2014. Okay. It was beautiful then, and it's even more prettier now. The Kindle version, by the way, I don't know if there's another version out there, but the Kindle version alone has pictures, and it's such a much more immersive feeling. I loved it so much better. But guys, that's my video. That's my wrap-up. It's such a big wrap-up, I understand that, but, you know, it's fun. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a big fat thumbs up. Don't comment down below. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you all next time for another video. Goodbye.